Good evening and welcome to this year's virtual Signature Chefs auction to support the March of Dimes right here in West Michigan. My name is Mike Avery and I'm honored to join you as MC at tonight's event to enjoy each other's company in a virtual setting and to raise important funds in support of March of Dimes. The way we're coming together has changed, but our dedication to fighting for all moms and babies is as strong as ever. The United States faces an urgent maternal and child health crisis that has only intensified with the COVID-19 pandemic. Every 12 hours, a woman dies due to complications resulting from pregnancy, and 2 babies die each day. These numbers are disproportionately higher for moms and babies of color. The March of Dimes works in communities across the country to reduce the rising rates of preterm birth, as well as maternal and infant mortality and morbidity. They support families before, during, and after pregnancy to ensure all moms and babies get the best possible start. We're here tonight to make an impact for all families, and to do that, we need your participation throughout our program. Make sure to chat with us using the comments section below. We want to hear from you. Let's start by saying hello and sharing your connection to the March of Dimes. Our mission is more urgent than ever. The pandemic has affected the March of Dimes organization just as it has so many others. We need your help now. Please visit signatureschefs.org/Grand Rapids or click on the link in the comments section to learn more about how you can support this dynamic organization today. We hope that you've had the chance to visit our online auction and place your bids. It's all for a great cause, so make sure to bid high and bid often. We'll highlight a few of our most coveted packages later in the program. The link to our online auction can be found on the website or in the comments section below. Trust me, you're going to want to check out all of these terrific items. Remember, all bidding will close tonight at 9 p.m., so there's no time to wait. This website is also where you'll be able to make a meaningful donation to the March of Dimes, so please be sure to check that out. And before we go any further, I want to pause and introduce you to the chairwoman for this awesome event, Mrs. Shannon Wilson. Please welcome Shannon Wilson.
Welcome, everyone, to this evening's virtual Signature Chefs auction. This event will raise funds and awareness for March of Dimes. My name is Shannon Wilson, and I am the chairwoman of this year's Signature Chefs auction. I've been involved with this organization for many years because I believe in the research, education, programs, and services that this great organization works to deliver each and every day. Tonight is all about supporting March of Dimes, healthy moms, and strong babies. During these challenging times, we have continued to work hard to find new ways of supporting the mission, and tonight's virtual event is one that the team has done a great job of pulling together. The stark reality is that the U.S. is among the most dangerous developed nations for childbirth, and that's during the best of times. In the midst of this unprecedented global pandemic, March of Dimes continues to be focused on the health of all families. This year has been unlike any other we've seen, but your continued support has not gone unnoticed. Families need us, always, and the March of Dimes community has stepped up to be there for them throughout this crisis. I'd like to recognize my fellow executive leadership team members for dedicating their time, their talent, and for investing in the mission of this great organization. Let's give them a virtual round of applause. I'd also like to acknowledge the amazing support of our sponsors. A special thanks to each of them for their continued commitment to the March of Dimes mission. This is greatly appreciated. Thank you to our gold sponsor, Meyer. Thank you to our purple sponsors, Spectrum Health, the Helen DeVos Children's Hospital, Chicago Title, Lake Michigan Credit Union, and the Lake Michigan Insurance Agency. Thank you to our silver sponsor, Smith, Hoy, Rice, and Rogie. And finally, thank you to our bronze sponsors, AON Consulting Worldwide Incorporated and Gordon Food Service. Lastly, thank you to our amazing media partner, Fox 17. We truly appreciate all the work that you've done to support this effort and know that none of this would be possible without you. We would not be able to make the impact on all the lives of moms and babies without the support of our sponsors. So once again, thank you. And I hope that each and every one of you watching at home tonight enjoys the rest of this program.
Thank you, Shannon. You've helped make this a spectacular event, as have our corporate partners who are committed to fighting for the health of all moms and babies. Thank you all so very much. If you have ever attended the Signature Chefs auction in the past, then you know that it is an event full of the best tastes and smells of West Michigan. Usually we have the opportunity to stroll around listening to great live music, sip a delicious glass of wine, bid on some amazing auction packages, and taste delicious food from some of the best restaurants in town. I certainly miss those days and cannot wait until we can all be together in person again. In the meantime, we are doing the best that we can, so we encourage you to grab a glass of wine and join us as we support the March of Dimes during these uncertain times. As we all know, the restaurant industry has been among the hardest hit during this pandemic. The places that we have gone to celebrate milestones, enjoy time with loved ones, and sometimes just get away from the rush of the everyday have been hurting over the past few months. The restaurant owners, chefs, and servers who we count on to be there for us need us right now. And that is why this year the March of Dimes worked with all of our same friends and a few new ones to develop a culinary passport. Now, what is a culinary passport and how do you get one? Well, this passport is essentially a guide to some of the best dining in West Michigan. You can purchase a passport by visiting signaturechefs.org/Grand Rapids. Then make your plans to visit these great restaurants. Place a carry-out order or dine in when possible. And as a thank you for your support, participating venues will give each passport holder one of the following: a signature appetizer or even a latte, or a discount off your bill. We have 10 participating restaurants all over West Michigan. You will be dining for a good cause for months. Take a look at this great video of our participating restaurants. What a great lineup of restaurants. Now, I want to take a second to remind everyone that you can purchase a passport, bid on any of our auction packages, or simply make a donation by visiting signaturechefs.org/Grand Rapids. Now, I want to jump over to my friend Deanna, who has graciously agreed to help us this evening by highlighting some of the great auction packages. Deanna, thanks for being with us tonight. What can you tell us about this year's auction, and how can people bid, and what are the hottest items?
We could all use a night out right now. So here's an idea. Call up the babysitter and invite out a few good friends for a night away and give yourself that break you so need. Explore the beauty of Grand Rapids, order up some amazing food, and top it off with a night at City Flats Hotel. Conveniently located right in the heart of downtown Grand Rapids. You can check into your room and then set out on foot to experience all that this magnificent city has to offer. Bidding for this hotel starts at $50, so don't delay and get your bid in. Hillis Brothers Painting. Home improvement projects, they're never ending, right? Well, have you been thinking about giving your home a little facelift but dread the thought of having to do it yourself? If so, then this package is for you. Family owned and local to West Michigan, the Hillis Brothers are offering up to $500 worth of painting services to help you complete those projects that you've been putting off. Maybe your master bath needs some new color. Maybe you found yourself working from home these days and are looking to spruce up that new home office. Regardless of what the job entails, Hillis Brothers Painting will help you get the job done right. Bidding for this package begins at $100, so head on over and get those bids in. Yo Chef's Dinner for 10. Now, this is something that you and your friends certainly won't forget anytime soon. Under the expert direction of local award-winning chef Josef Van Horn, you and 9 of your closest friends will experience a culinary adventure with a 4-course meal based on your preferences. Chef Josef obtained his culinary skills mentoring under great chefs of both Grand Rapids and San Diego, and has even catered for stars like Bruce Willis and 50 Cent. This is one package that will most definitely be a favorite. And with the bidding starting out at $300, you don't want to wait. Head on over and get that bid in.
Thanks, Deanna. Those packages are great. Now, we hope that you will check out our auction. And remember, it closes tonight at 9 p.m., so bid often and bid generously. Remember, it's all for the babies. The critical work March of Dimes has been able to deliver during COVID-19 is vital to making a difference for all families across the country. We're at the point that defines why we're all here tonight. Our sponsors and volunteers have all come together to support March of Dimes, and here's your chance to be a part of that movement. It's my pleasure to introduce a very special family. They represent the hundreds of thousands of families who know firsthand the importance of March of Dimes work.
What does the cow say? Moo. It's been a busy couple years.
Okay, you want Mom to read it to you?
You know, to really bring together a family, there's nothing like going through something like this together. Not just having new babies, but just I think the NICU experience and just you know, Asher's story, Asher's fight, just bringing everyone together. And
the Knopf's family story is one about new life, miracles, and making a blended family closer and stronger than they ever could have imagined.
the biggest surprise was going in at our 12-week and finding out that we were having twins.
Big surprise.
Big surprise.
Their family of 6 was now going to become a family of 8. Despite the shock, Andrea's pregnancy had gone smoothly up until around 18 weeks.
Oliver was growing where he should be, but Asher wasn't. And so really that just started...
Threw up some red flags.
Yeah.
So many questions with very little answers. Andrea ended up having to get scans about every 2 weeks to check the baby's progress.
Narrowing down the causes and what it could be, and having, genetic testing done, and, just the different things that we could do to try to rule some of the reasons out of why there could be that weight discordance. So we did all the tests and everything was coming back normal. Ultrasounds were normal, the blood flow was normal, so it wasn't anything like that. And as long as he was growing, they were gonna just keep him in my belly and hope that he would start catching up to his brother, and that things kind of just continued to go downhill for him.
Andrea felt fine, but knew her baby inside was struggling. The amniotic fluid was high, his heart rate was dropping, and Andrea started to go for stress tests twice a week.
It really was dependent on scan by scan, and all of a sudden, when his heart rate would drop, they would send me to triage. And I think I went to triage 3 times and labor and delivery twice, and each time got sent home because his heart rate would improve, and they were just like, we'll keep Asher in the womb, and we're not going to deliver yet. We want to hit this 35-week mark. 35 week is where you want to be. I just kept thinking in my own mind, maybe it's not the best place for him. As a mother, you think that you're giving everything you can to your baby, your unborn baby, and
they did end up making it to right around that 35-week mark. But it was then they realized Asher hadn't grown at all in a 2-week period.
So they said, okay, it's time. And I was ready at the 35 weeks. And they said, okay, well, now he's not growing at all. So we're gonna deliver.
Andrea ended up having an emergency C-section. Oliver was born at 5 pounds 1 ounce, but his brother, Asher, the one fighting this whole time, was born at just 2 pounds 10 ounces.
And Asher had the umbilical cord around his neck, and the umbilical cord was essentially dying. So he wasn't getting any nutrition. He was in a different placenta than Oliver, and it wasn't functioning.
Yeah, they said he wouldn't make the weekend.
So, they picked the right time to say it's time.
A matter of days, making all the difference. After he was born, Asher was brought to the NICU, where he proved just what a fighter he was.
They did the CPAP. He was off CPAP for 24 hours, after 24 hours. And then from there, it was I think a lot like anybody else, it was, just hitting those milestones was, off oxygen and then off the feeding tube and then maintaining your body temperature and maintaining all your feedings and just like all of those things that I think I would assume all babies in NICU need to hit in order to go home. Well, Asher just kept doing that. He did that just one after another.
At just shy of 3 pounds, doctors said they had no reason to keep him in the NICU any longer.
Asher, get Coco. He's just smiles, and he's got this twinkle in his eye, and he's determined.
Very determined.
That's Asher. He will just keep at something. He still does that. He did that from the day he was born, and he does that now.
Today, Asher is almost 2.
He's a little guy with a big attitude.
One that started long before he even entered the world.
His struggle, he was telling us something. He was like, guys, something, I want out. He told us this from the very beginning when he started making a stir, started making a fuss. And I really feel like, babies have something to say. Babies have something to say whether they're born or they're not.
It's exactly why the work of the March of Dimes is so important, fighting for the health of all moms and babies.
It brought a lot of people together, just visiting Asher in the NICU and just, being at home with him and stuff. It really just, it made everybody more aware of who the March of Dimes was. Because, we didn't have any experience before this. None of my, nieces, nephews, our blended family, or really anybody had a child that was in the NICU before us.
It opened their eyes up to a whole new world, a reality for millions of families.
And I wish I would have known more about what they do, but it went so fast. So now I get to take my experience and I get to take my knowledge of March of Dimes, and I have a friend who's just had a baby who's in NICU, and I get to say, utilize your support. But then it wasn't until the March of Dimes where they said, oh no, you're there one day, you're there 1 hour, you're there 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. We're all family, you've got our support. And it was because of the March of Dimes that I felt, I felt like I could share my story.
A story that Asher is continuing to write.
He's gonna be this little guy out there that just won't give up.
Holy cow, what a fighter. This amazing family has been working hard to help raise funds for the March of Dimes for the last couple of months because they want their voices to be heard. Now it's time to make the Pierrette family's wish a reality. All of you joining us virtually tonight have the chance to support March of Dimes at a variety of levels. With your help, March of Dimes can and will create a world in which every baby has the opportunity to thrive and every family has the best possible start. Simply visit signatureschefs.org/Grand Rapids or click the link in the comments to make a donation as we go through our program. Now, donations are critical to the work of the March of Dimes. If you ever wondered what your donations fund, listen up because this is where the dollars go. March of Dimes has 6 prematurity research centers full of brilliant minds from a range of disciplines looking for answers and sharing discoveries to transform our understanding of preterm birth, including causes and preventions. March of Dimes has 70 hospitals across the U.S., including right here at the Helen DeVos Children's Hospital. At each of these locations, we have a NICU family support program. That means that the families who are in their NICUs have a March of Dimes staff partner dedicated to helping that family in any and every possible way. Throughout this pandemic, the March of Dimes has been on the front line supporting healthcare providers with hand sanitizer, PPE, and nourishment. There are many things that have been paused this year, but one thing that cannot be paused is pregnancy. This pandemic has been hard on families in so many ways, but probably none harder than those families whose little one is in the NICU. Imagine having your newborn in the NICU and only one parent at a time being able to visit. One parent per day. That means that mom and dad have to decide who gets to go and sit at the bedside each day. This is heartbreaking to me. I cannot imagine being alone with my baby in the hospital, being scared for what may happen and not having my person with me to lean on and to have them lean on me. That is what families have been faced with this summer. This has been a summer of ups and downs. There is no doubt about it. But the March of Dimes has worked tirelessly to pivot their work to the virtual world this year to support families where they are during this time. Next in our program, I would like to share a special video from our friends at the Helen DeVos Children's Hospital to share some news about the March of Dimes.
Hello, I'm Joan Rickley, Director of the NICU and Pediatric Services at Helen DeVos Children's Hospital, Spectrum Health. At the March of Dimes, we fight for the health of all moms and babies. For 80 years, the March of Dimes has helped babies survive and thrive. Now we're building on that legacy to level the playing field for all moms and babies, no matter their age, socioeconomic status, or demographics. Today, we educate medical professionals and the public about best practices in maternal child health care. We support life-saving research. We provide comfort and support to families in NICUs. We educate and support families throughout the pregnancy journey, even when things don't go as planned. And we advocate for those who need us most, moms and babies. March of Dimes couldn't do this important work without our partners. And among our strongest partners are healthcare professionals. Healthcare workers are amazing individuals who thrive on helping their patients live their healthiest life. During the pandemic, healthcare jobs not only became harder, but more dangerous. This is one of the reasons March of Dimes is lifting up one of these brave individuals through the first annual Healthcare Hero Award at Grand Rapids Signature Chefs Auction. Healthcare systems across Michigan nominated those skilled professionals who went above and beyond the call of duty to provide their patients with excellent care. Though there are many healthcare heroes through the pandemic, only one hero that made a difference in the lives of babies and their families will receive the 2020 March of Dimes Healthcare Hero Award. When our heroes nominators were asked why this coworker deserved the honor, this is what they said. She is the first person that comes to mind because every day, not only during the COVID-19 pandemic, she goes above and beyond what is expected of her in her role as a NICU nurse. She not only cares for babies in the NICU, but she cares for the entire family as if they are her own. She's been known to be nicknamed Mama Jane by more than one NICU mom, not only because of the warmth of her personality, but how she teaches and mentors parents about their babies in a helpful and encouraging manner, and advocates for babies and families daily in her role as a NICU nurse. She has a special gift when it comes to bereavement situations in the NICU. She works tirelessly to ensure that families who lose a baby feel supported. She asks to be called at home whenever a baby passes away to ensure that the family receives special mementos, such as photos, hand and foot molds, and impressions, and heartbeat recordings of their baby. She's always willing to come in, day or night, and works extra hours when needed to help a family who's lost their baby. It's not unheard of that she's worked an 18-hour day after a baby passes away, as she'll do whatever she has to make sure that families get what they need. In a recent situation, when a NICU mother was unavailable, the father of the baby was really struggling. Due to the visitor restrictions that were put into place because of COVID-19, he was alone, scared, and had to make some very difficult decisions regarding his baby. She made herself available to listen, support him, and gained his trust during an overwhelmingly trying time. I am so pleased to announce that the first annual March of Dimes Healthcare Hero Award in West Michigan goes to Jane Fannin at Helen DeVos Children's Hospital. Thank you, Jane, for your 30-year career in nursing and the amazing care you've provided and continue to provide families in the NICU.
When COVID first hit, nobody knew what to expect, and there was a lot of anxiety with all of us and with families. Some of them were afraid to leave because they didn't know if they would be allowed back in the hospital. They don't have that support that they used to have in our unit from friends and family. They can't come visit. We did have to step in a little bit more and support families more than what we normally do. It's such a different world for them right now. The award is not just for me, it's for all of our nurses. That's what's so hard for me, because I think every nurse deserves this that has worked in our unit. I think we all do a great job, and we work as a team doing that job. I am blessed to love my job. It is just so rewarding to help them get that baby in the car seat and send them home. It just makes it all worthwhile.
Congratulations to nurse Jane Fannin from Helen DeVos Children's Hospital for being this year's Healthcare Hero Award winner. The March of Dimes will be providing lunch to you and all of your coworkers at the NICU as a small token of our appreciation for all you do. Before I jump back to Deanna to talk about some more auction packages, I wanted to share a couple of more things the March of Dimes is doing with your generosity this evening. Last year, they launched the My NICU Baby app, providing free, easy-to-use information for all NICU families. This app is getting a facelift, so be sure to check it out again soon. And remember, this is not just for families faced with a NICU journey. It is a great tool for any family with a newborn baby. Or check out their Share Your Story website and Facebook mentoring program. They are bringing together families impacted by the biggest health threats to mom and baby. That's right. They will pair up NICU graduate parents with families in the NICU currently to offer support and mentorship through Facebook. These free programs offer parents the opportunities to connect in new and innovative ways, all because of the dollars you are helping raise this evening. We've had such amazing support so far, but we're not finished yet. If you have not had the opportunity to make a meaningful donation to the March of Dimes, please take a moment and visit signatureschefs.org/Grand Rapids to do that right now. Okay, so how is that auction looking? Let's check in on Deanna once again.
Fit for Mom, 1 month all access plan. While classes are virtual right now, you will want to snag this up so you have it in hand, ready to go when things open back up. Fit for Mom in Grand Rapids has everything a busy mom is looking for when it comes to staying active. They offer a variety of classes ranging from prenatal classes to mommy and me stroller fitness classes to cardio classes, bar classes, and more. And as an added bonus, they have what they call Our Village, a mom's group within the community that offers weekly play groups, monthly mom's night out events, and more. Fit for Mom isn't just a gym. It's a community of women filled with empowerment and support. Try it out for a month and see what you think. This awesome deal starts at $50, so make sure you head over and put that bid in right away. Rain Shower 310 Smart Connect shower head with remote control. One of my favorite parts about staying at a hotel is when you stay and you feel like you're at a spa. There's just something about showering in a state-of-the-art shower that makes the experience so much more relaxing. We'll look no further. You will not need to leave home for that once you win this incredible package. The Rain Shower 310 Smart Connect shower head is a modern, minimalist design equipped with technology for a showering experience unlike any other. Sleek and smart, the shower head features a wireless remote control to easily switch between 3 different spray functions to satisfy everyone's showering preference. Give your bathroom the upgrade it deserves and treat yourself to a future filled with, well, incredible showers. This amazing item is starting out at $200, so make sure you get those bids in right away. K7 medium single handle semi-pro dual spray kitchen faucet. Imagine if doing chores was actually enjoyable. That'd be amazing, right? I don't know about you, but I don't particularly love washing dishes, but this kitchen faucet might actually change my views. This K7 medium single handle semi-pro faucet will give your kitchen that sleek and professional style look, all while providing incredible water pressure. The lacking dual spray control allows you to switch between 2 spray modes, regular flow and spray, with a simple push of the button. This faucet will definitely make a statement inside any kitchen. Bidding for this one starts at $250, so head over and start your bidding.
Thanks, Deanna. It looks like the bidding is really heating up over on the online auction page. Be sure to check it out. You remember, you can find everything at signaturechefs.org/Grand Rapids. Now, I'd like to take a moment before we move on to share important and startling statistics. Did you know that every 12 hours a woman dies due to complications resulting from pregnancy? Or that women of color are up to 50% more likely to give birth preterm, and their children can face a 130% higher infant death rate? We need to change that. We need your help. Your donation of $300 can shower a military mom with essential baby items, celebrate and educate her and her family. Your donation of $500 can help 5 families feel at ease in the NICU with support and education. Your $1,000 donation can provide 4 moms-to-be access to our supportive pregnancy care program, where they can receive prenatal care, support, and education throughout their pregnancy. Or your generous donation of $2,500 can help 10 women access quality prenatal care. March of Dimes will continue to level the playing field so that all moms and babies are healthy and strong. Every gift matters and makes a difference for families. More than 20% of premature babies are born to Black women. That's 1 in 5 babies. Black women are 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy-related causes than white women. Help us change those statistics. Well, it's well after 7:30 now, and we're more than halfway through our program. I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking dessert. Have you ordered your culinary passport yet? Well, don't forget to do that, and then start making your plans to visit or order carryout from some of these amazing restaurants. So let's remember why we're all listening today, why we are here. We are here for the babies. We're working toward a world where every mom and baby is healthy, regardless of wealth, race, or geography. I want to introduce you to one more phenomenal family who was faced with some tough decisions and circumstances this summer. Please meet the Austin family.
I know it's gonna get hard. And it was gonna get hard at times, it's gonna get even harder, there's gonna be more obstacles. But you cannot give up. Because the person I become in the future is going to blow your mind.
A message from a young man to his parents, who 18 years ago began a journey they could have never imagined. It was September 10th, 2002. Beverly Austin was 33 weeks pregnant and woke up in a pool of blood.
And so I drove myself to the hospital, and he met me there, but he wasn't there quite yet. And as soon as I came in, they rushed me in. And I really don't remember a lot of what happened, except they rushed me in and a whole bunch of doctors came inside, and all I heard was, "We got to get the baby."
It was extremely scary because they weren't trying to save Kyle at that point anymore. At that point, it was just save her. And they were concerned that Kyle was gonna die in her, and that if he died in her, it would ultimately kill her.
Jason sat outside the surgical room wondering if his wife and baby were going to make it.
The doctor came out and said that she was okay, and that Kyle was at the time at least stable. You know, they didn't know how well he was actually.
At 2 pounds, 8 ounces, Kyle was born via emergency C-section. He immediately got sent to another hospital for care, and it would be 3 days before Beverly ever got to meet her son.
It was a very scary time because I'm being fed the information about Kyle, but I never got to see him, hold him, touch him, anything for the first 3 days. And so that was horrible.
We were finally able to take him out of the incubator.
Yeah.
You were able to lay him
on my chest.
Bare chest.
Oh, that was the best feeling ever.
She was finally able to get him on her chest. Those are like great moments you'll never forget.
Yeah.
Those are great moments you'll never forget.
Joy and a whole lot of pain during Kyle's 3-month NICU stay, filled with one hurdle after another.
And the doctors honestly couldn't figure out Kyle. They were stumped. They had brought in 7 specialists, and none of them could figure out the issues that this kid was having. You know, so they were just doing their best. NICU. I remember it hit me really hard when he had gotten sick and bloated, because it had been so hard up until that point that night they really didn't think he was gonna make it. They really kind of was telling us to say our goodbyes to him, because they didn't think he was pretty much gonna make it through the night because he was so bloated and so big. So by then, I had hit that wall, that emotional wall, that just like, okay, I don't know how much more we can take kind of a deal.
A reality so many families are dealing with every single day.
Like walking through the NICU unit was really hard.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so hard, because like you see your child in trouble, but then you would see like other kids that are way worse. It made me more compassionate to a world that I didn't know existed. I didn't even know that world was there. And I think once it touches your world, it changes you forever.
It's why the work the March of Dimes does in NICUs day in and day out through their support programs is so important. It's vital to making families feel supported and understood.
And just as an African American, just now seeing the statistics of and how high the statistics are among African Americans having preemies, it's very alarming, especially not to really know any reasons, not to have a lot of reasons why. So it was a very, very tough journey.
A resource they want to make sure is available for every family. The work they do inside and outside the NICU to help the some 33,000 babies born prematurely every single month.
Because no one, really prepared you for the ups and the downs. That roller coaster was so unexpected.
Unexpected, just like Kyle. Making it as far as he has, doctors said he would likely never live a normal life.
Lord, thank you for this food.
Nothing beats faith.
Nothing beats faith. And they gave us a diagnosis that he would have developmental delays and learning issues. And, and I know you're supposed to kind of give the worst case scenario, but we just refused to believe it.
And here he is now, recently graduated from high school, where he was MVP of his basketball team, now headed to college and on the path to start his own business, not taking his journey to get here for granted.
Honestly, makes me feel grateful, but it just makes me feel in awe, like that really happened to me. Like I really could have died as a child, and I'm here right now, 18 years old. I'm perfectly fine. Like, it's just amazing, honestly. So it's a motivation, honestly, though. So now I feel like my purpose in life is much greater. I feel like I have a big purpose in life. Since I wasn't meant to die as a child, then there's a reason for that.
He's a fighter.
Yes.
I mean, this kid has had to fight his whole life.
He has.
From where he was even to where he is right now. Every journey, for whatever reason, he has a great purpose on his life, because he's had to overcome from the time leaving.
He was born.
He was born, you know what I mean? So to watch him now from then to 18 is really remarkable, to see what he's been able to accomplish. It really lets you know that anything is possible.
Wow, what a tremendous story. These families have been through so much, and they still are finding time and energy to give back to the March of Dimes. We hope you will consider supporting them. Let's keep this generosity flowing. Please enter those donations right now and help the March of Dimes lead the fight for all families. Remember, you can give by purchasing a culinary passport, bidding on an item in our online auction, or making a donation to our Fund the Mission program, all on our website, signatureschefs.org/Grand Rapids. It is hard to believe that more than 23,000 babies won't make it to their first birthday, and more than 380,000 babies are born preterm in the U.S. every year. Those babies and the families need our support. Now is your chance. If you'd like to donate at the $1,000 level, please do so, and be sure to chat into our March of Dimes staff standing by. Okay, before we sign off, I want to check in on my friend Deanna one last time.
Bagels, schmears, coffee, and love. What more could you ask for, right? Two-time Signature Chef Award winner Clark Frayne has opened up an authentic bagel shop right here in Grand Rapids. Terra Bagels is home to amazing, real boiled bagels. Chef Clark takes pride in his work, and it truly shows. Your office will indulge in all of their bagel flavors and schmears, fresh hot coffee, and a special lox platter and bagel chips with schmear dips to snack on throughout the day. This package will feed up to 65 people and would be a great way to show your office just how much you appreciate all of their hard work. Bidding for this starts at $75, so don't wait. Spring culinary adventure at Terra Restaurant. Sounds like a great escape, right? The chef team at Terra is passionate about using only the freshest, local seasonal ingredients. Terra will host this special spring culinary adventure in its dining room. The 6-course dinner for 8 guests will be hosted by the wonderful service team under the direction of Chef Clark Frayne and will be paired with beverages for each course. Bidding for this starts at $500 for this incredible springtime feast. So don't wait, head on over to the website and get to bidding.
Thank you, Deanna. Okay, I got to run because I need to bid on some of those packages. But before I go, I just can't thank you enough for coming together in this virtual way when moms and babies need us the most. I'm so grateful for and humbled by your generosity. Tonight, you rallied to support March of Dimes' work to fund research, education, advocacy, and programs to improve the health of all moms and babies. Remember, our auction closes at 9 p.m. tonight, so get those bids in and be sure to purchase a culinary passport. Thank you for being a part of this event and for supporting March of Dimes. Tonight, we collectively raised more than $40,000 for moms and babies everywhere. Thank you and good night.